Okie dokie, Smokey. Well, it is now basically 4 o'clock. It took them a good while to bring my load to me, Mr. James Ewing. It's nice and humid here, Dubuque, Iowa, at the John Deere factory. It took them a lot longer to get things done because I was not given the correct information, so yeah, it's so humid you can't even spell right, can you? Alright, so we were originally supposed to pick up a feller buncher at Davenport going to Columbia, South Carolina. That fell apart. I got 2 John Deere 35G mini excavators, which I got at Davenport, so I didn't have to go anywhere for that. Then I had to come up here, get a bulldozer blade for a 950K bulldozer and some accessory pieces, which they didn't tell me about, but apparently that's going too, so. But we got 3 loads going out to Ohio. 2 loads going to Vandalia, Ohio, 1 going to Columbus. And of course we had to go the wrong direction in order to go the right direction. So now, like I said, it's 4 o'clock. We are going to be, we're just going to go down here to Iowa 80, and we're going to call it a night. I mean, the aggravation I deal with today, I'm not going any further tonight. And since I can't deliver until Monday anyway, we're just gonna call it. We're just gonna call it a day. You know, I'm not. All right, so semi U-blade, ripper, and accessory parts. Semi U-blade, 54-inch blade, ripper section. Blah, blah, blah. I said to give it to you, I give it to you. Thanks, sir. I was told to hand it to him, so I did my part as I was supposed to. He's gonna just look at it and not know what to do with it. That's not my problem. So we are good to go. So we came in with 2 mini excavators from Davenport up to here. We put a bulldozer blade, some accessory parts on. Now we're going to head to, I said, down to Iowa 80, which is about 85 miles, or 82 miles, roughly. Hey, Lori! How you doing, my friend? Lori's Crochet Corner. And Dana, how are you and Dooley doing? So we are leaving the John Deere factory here in Dubuque. Finally, several hours after we were supposed to have been loaded in Davenport. So we're just going to head to Iowa 80 for the night. I'm just gonna get there. I'm gonna talk to the wife for the rest of the night. And then, of course, in the morning, I will get myself up and get going, more than likely around 4 o'clock. Yes, the Iowa 80. The world's biggest truck stop there in Walcott, Iowa. Because if I try to get at either of the pilots, I'm not going to have a spot. And even if there was a reserve spot open, there's no sense in buying a reserve spot when I can stay over at the Iowa 80 for free. And believe it or not, yes, Lori, believe it or not, let's shift into the right gear here. Believe it or not, I do talk to my wife every morning, every night. We try to get at least 2 hours in each, in the morning and in the evening. More if we can do it. And as much as I like you people, I like her a lot more. Let's just make sure that's clear so I don't get in as much trouble as I could. But we talk every morning, every evening. Yeah, there's a couple of times where we actually miss a morning, but it's not by choice that we miss. So we just do as we can. Like I said, about 4 a.m. I'll be up, get myself going, because I am going east. And I believe I will be getting into Eastern time there in Ohio. Yeah, I'll be in Eastern time. Once I pass I-65 there in Indiana, I'll be in Eastern time. So I want to make up for that hour loss on the day. And also, no, I'm in Iowa right now. I'm going to Ohio. So, like I said, tonight, just going to get down to Iowa 80. There at Walcott, Iowa. Stop there for the night. Tomorrow, a good 600-mile day. Get through that light, I guess, huh? So I should do a good 600-mile day tomorrow. Yep. Sure enough is. I said originally I was supposed to go to South Carolina from Davenport, right down here near Iowa 80, right off of I-80, right near the border with Illinois. But, that load fell through. I got these 3 loads. So this is what we're going to go with. Unfortunately, we are not going to get home as early as I would like to. Well, I say home, I mean my sister's house for a couple days. Like I said, I was going to go to Columbia, South Carolina, drop off 1 single piece Monday morning, and then deadhead back to Atlanta for a couple days off. Now that's kind of changed, so now I got to go to Ohio. I got 3 pieces, well, 3 loads two going to Vandalia, Ohio. The other one going to Columbus, Ohio. Hello, Helen. How you doing? You're up a little bit late, aren't you? It's almost bedtime there in the beautiful UK. So like I said, we got basically a full day's drive tomorrow to get right around the corner. Well, today's Thursday, yep, so yep, I will not be Josie, how you doing? Welcome to Dubuque, Iowa. Like I said, tomorrow we will not be able to get all the way to where we need to. I don't think to even deliver our first load. Now, we have to go to Columbus, Ohio first for the simple fact that this piece that's on here, you know, we got to do the load backwards. So instead of going to Vandalia first, we got to go to Columbus first. And it's just a little bit of a rigmarole. But we will do the best we can. So let's see here. Put that in the proper gear here. That would help. All right. Up into, let's see, 5th gear. 6, 7, 8. Up into 9th gear, 20 miles an hour. 10th gear, that'll keep us just about 25. Let's see. Columbus, Ohio is basically 560 miles away. Bring that down to 11th gear. So 79 miles down to Walcott, Iowa. All right, 500 miles. Okay. Not too bad. I mean, that's doable in a day. If I got up at 4 a.m., it is possible I could get to to Columbus, Ohio before the end of the day. But I would not get to my second one, you know, before the end of the day, and I would still have to wait until Monday. So either way, it doesn't really matter. I would like to get at least one of them off, you know, before 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I will have to see in the morning how late they're going to be open, whether I'm going to be able to deliver. So like I said, we will see, you know, what is what. You know, there's just no nothing really too hard about this load. It's just not exactly what I was supposed to be doing, and not exactly as described. So, you know, it took a little bit longer to get loaded because we were not exactly in the right place. We were on the wrong side of the plant. But we got ourselves loaded, we got ourselves secured, we got our paperwork all good. We are set. All right, this is Dubuque, Iowa. We're not quite in the downtown yet. Once we make this little jog up here, we'll be in the downtown. But, you know, it's not exactly a bustling metropolis, but it's not your little small town either. You know, it's got, you know, it's a large small town. And it's got its good sides, its bad sides, its, you know, its attractions, and it's places you really don't want to go, and basically like everywhere else in the world. All right, we do this little jog here. And this is, right up here, this is basically downtown. And Julien Dubuque, a fur trader, I believe was from Quebec, came down the Mississippi, did a lot of beaver hunting and you know, a lot of trapping like that. Basically founded this town way back when. I think it was sometime in the 1700s, but oh yeah, Lori. Please tell Alice and Bree and Roland I said hello. Of course, being a little bit more busy than usual, I don't get a lot of time to get on, you know, other people's channels as much, but please tell them I said hello next time you do your live. I do appreciate it. Like I said, offer my apologies for, you know, not being as available, but we all know how life can be, so there we go. All right, so we're not going to get down here to Iowa 80 till after 5:30. A lot later than I thought I'd be stopping. I thought I would be able to get my load, make it down into Illinois, but it don't look like that's going to happen. Oh well, you know, it just is what it is, and we will make do. Yep. I mean, just, you know, a few days ago, I was on the West Coast in Eugene, Oregon. You know, delivering a bit of bridge out there, you know, to a landfill. Then it was up to Washington, out to North Dakota and Minnesota, Iowa, picking up a load. We just bebop all over the place. Now, see, this is the kind of building right here to our left that I like looking at in a small town, in a smaller city. You know, it's actually got some character. Oh no! Oh man, I am sorry there. I mean, my condolences. My condolences, Lori. Yep. We'll say a prayer for him. Because God loves the animals just as He loves us. So. All right, and this image right up here, this face right here on this building on the left-hand side, that is the image of Julian Dubuque. (1762 to 1810), founder of this town. Or at least who the town is named after. There's Hotel Julian right off to our right. All right. Yep. And we're basically going to stay on this on US 61 here. Take that all the way down to Davenport, Iowa. We're going to get on I-90. We're going to take that west just a little bit, about 15 or so miles, something like that. And we're going to get out to Iowa 80. Like I said, we're gonna find ourselves a parking spot. The only thing I need inside is a cup of ice. I made burritos last night for dinner, and I basically have 3 meals already separated out. So all I got to do is heat up my tortilla, pop my beef, my black beans, and my refried beans in the microwave real quick. And we can, put that onto 2 tortillas, lettuce, onion, green pepper, cheese. Roll that up, and we have our dinner for the next 3 days. Because I got these little containers that has 2 little compartments in them that makes just the right amount for 2 burritos, for the meat and the beans. I do not know Steve Essex as far as I'm aware. Yeah. Oh man, the load trailer, man, he's going to be down for a while because that's pretty major. You know, so I'll, send a prayer out for that as well. I mean, alrighty, so like I said, we're gonna head to Columbus, Ohio. We'll try to get this load off tomorrow in the very late afternoon, and then find a place to park. I will have to look them up and check them out, as time, of course, allows. And then, like I said, we won't be able to deliver these 2 excavators until Monday. So hopefully by the end of the day, Friday, tomorrow, hopefully I already have a load to go pick up. Oh my goodness, Tumbleweed is here. Tumbleweed, how you guys doing? Are you still enjoying the beautiful weather down where you is? Back in black in old Canada. Well, hopefully they got all those restrictions lifted off and you can you do that nice long trip you guys are planning. All right. 12th gear. 22 miles an hour up this little hill. Down to the 13th, which is 6 low, 6 high into 14th. Seven low into 15th, 35 miles an hour. Push the splitter forward, off the fuel, back on, 16th gear. We're now at 45. All right, constantly watching my my load here to see how it's doing. Watching for loose straps, loose chains, things wibbling and wobbling like they're not supposed to. Off the fuel, pull back on the stick a little bit, into 17th gear. And we're just approaching 55 miles an hour. We got a little bit of a hill up here to climb. Not particularly steep, just long. Set our cruise at 55. Let the truck just roll and do its thing. I said 17th gear, 8 low on our stick. Which, if you're looking at a transmission like this, you got a W sitting on top of an M, a letter M, okay? all the way over on the left side, top, 18 usable gears forward, 2 usable gears backward. Right? So, top left, all the way over closest to me, you have reverse gear, low, low, high, high. Okay? The high, low and the high, high, we're not going to use. The low and the high are usable. So there's 2 gears that are unusable right there. Now, you go straight down to, all the way left, straight back, that's low gear. Right? Technically, that's position 0, or what I call position 0, right? There are 4 gears that you can get into, but only 2 are really usable. Right? So gear 0 and gear 0.5. That's or gear 1, gear 2. Really, that's when you really have a lot of weight. You got to start off real gentle. So that'll be position 0. The selector switch. Selector switch in the down position. The splitter in the rearward position. That's gear number 1. You push the splitter forward. You let off the gas. You push on the gas. You don't touch the clutch. And that'll bring you into gear number 2. But rarely do you ever use that. Like I said, you got to be really heavy. Okay, then up in the middle of the 3 top positions, that's position 1. That's gear, that's 1 low and 1 high. That's gear 3 and 4. And that's the selector. The selector is down. The splitter is to the back, is gear 3. You move the splitter forward, that's gear 4. Then you pull it straight back to position 2. That's 2 low, 2 high. Gear 5 and 6. Top right, all the way away from me. That's gear 3, low and high, which gives you 7, or gives you 5 and 6. Straight back gives you 7, 8. Then you pull your selector switch up. Then you move back into position 1. That'll be gear 5. Move your splitter to the front, or that'd be gear 9 and 10. I'm sorry. That'd be 11 and 12. Sorry, getting a little confused there. So that'd be gear 11 and 12. Straight back into position 2. Selector up. That's 13 and 14. Position 3, 15 and 16. Position 4, 17 and 18. It's one of those things where you don't really think about it. Just like in a regular manual transmission car, 5 or 6 gears, you just run through them. After a while, you don't even think about it. Yes, I got 2 buttons here. I never touch the clutch pedal when I'm doing that shifting. I just let off the fuel, push back on the fuel. The only time I touch the clutch is when I'm coming to a complete stop. Just like my brakes. I never touch the brakes until I'm coming to a complete stop, or it's an emergency. So, we look down here. So you see, clutch, brake, there. You really don't touch those other two pedals. You know, use that gas pedal there. There's my, I know it's bumpy, but there's your pattern. There's the selector, the black one, and the splitter is the gray one. It can be a bit confusing, but like I said, when you're used to operating it, it's no problem. Well, you know, most automatic transmissions out there, which is a lot of the trucks out here now, most of the automatics are 10 to 13 gears. A lot of them are 12 gears, but they're automatic. You don't have to think about it. Just like in a car, two pedals, you put it in drive, you let the computer do the work. Because of the nature of the loads that I carry with this Peterbilt 389 truck, the type of trailer I have, which is a 48-foot step deck trailer, all steel, made for heavy haul. You know, there are times where the load I take is very heavy and you need those extra gears to move efficiently, be able to climb the hills, be able to navigate at low speed, get started, to stop in a safe manner. So it's not bad. You know, like I said, it's just one of those things you have to learn how to get used to. But once you get used to it, you don't think about it anymore. Alrighty, so we basically got just a tad over an hour down to Iowa 80, the world's largest truck stop in Walcott, Iowa, W-A-L-C-O-T-T, Iowa. We're going to stop there for the night. We're going to have some burritos for dinner. And I think I'm going to make me some garlic bread too, because I got an Italian loaf. I'm going to fry me up some, butter it up, some Italian seasoning, and some garlic powder. We're going to make a little bit of garlic bread for dinner as well. And of course, like I said, we're going to talk to the wife until about bedtime at 10 o'clock. So that'll be good. And I'll get about 4.5, 5 hours with the wife. Love my Stephanie. Yep. So talk to her for the rest of the night. And like I said, I'll get up about 4 a.m. We'll get our day started. And we are going to be heading, let's see what this says here. So we're going to head down, you're going to get over into Illinois. Across Indiana. Now we'll get around, we'll get down to Indianapolis and head out I-70 to Columbus. So let's see, we got to deal with Peoria, Bloomington, Indianapolis, and a few other small places that are not really that bad. There you go. There you go. So, yep. He probably can explain the gearing a lot easier than I can while I'm driving, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's easy to drive. I mean, for the most part, it's a smooth ride. I mean, granted, the suspension is not made for comfort. It's made for carrying weight. So it's not like being in a car. It can be rough at times, you know. You know, a little bump in this little Prius that passed us. You know, that car's a lot smoother than this truck. I mean, I have air ride as well, I mean, for the most part, but it's still rough. It's not butter smooth. But like I said, it's not a bad ride. I mean, this is the smoothest truck I've driven. When I first started trucking, I drove a 2016 Volvo 670, which was an automatic. Then I drove a 2019 Kenworth T680 that also was an automatic. Then I came here. And basically the trucks I've driven here, 18 speed, Peterbilt 389. And it's for me, it's much more enjoyable, even in traffic, to drive a manual than to drive an automatic. You know, this idea that, oh my God, it's going to kill your leg, I'm sorry, that doesn't faze me at all. Like I said, 99% of the time, I'm never touching the clutch. I'm never touching the brakes. My speed is all maintained with the gas pedal and what gear I'm in. Proper professionalism whilst riding, you know. Well, back in the old days, definitely, where you didn't have assisted, you know, hydraulics, you had, you know, real hard springs, and I've driven trucks like that. You know, granted, there were tree trucks, there were, you know, little, you know, straight body trucks, but I've gotten in there where sometimes you got to put both feet on the pedal to press down with both legs. And I've had clutches that were like that. But, you know, modern vehicles today, so easy to drive, it's ridiculous. All right, so, like I said, we got 500 miles in the morning to drive. We're going to get past Indianapolis, past Peoria, to Columbus. That's going to be about 8 hours. So 4 a.m. Central Time is actually 5 a.m. Eastern. So 1 o'clock, let's just say 2 o'clock p.m. Yeah, we should be able to make our first delivery. And if we're not held up by a slow unload or a lot of traffic or a lot of road construction, we might have a possibility of getting to Vandalia if we that out of there. Let's see what this says. It says our stop is, oh, it's only about an hour away. So we do have a possibility of being able to get both of these done by Friday, which, not too bad. Mr. Travis Anderson, how are you doing, sir? So we got a total of 641 miles, including 56 miles down here to Iowa 80. So that is doable in one day. As long as we get up real early, have real smooth driving with this bulldozer laid in pieces. If we can get to where we need to go and offload these real quick before the end of the day, we'll be okay for the weekend. Now, I would prefer if I had a load already scheduled before the end of the day Friday, so at least I knew what I was doing Monday morning. I won't be able to go pick anything up, more than likely. More than likely I will not be able to pick up on Saturday. So Monday morning, but if I had it ready to go, at least I knew what I was doing. So Monday morning, got to get a nice early start and then get wherever I need to go. And hopefully it is something down towards Atlanta that I can drop off and then take a couple days at my sister's house. But we will see. We will see. Let's see here. Okay. It's like we got about just a little under an hour down here, so about 5:30 to 5:55, just about that. And if we stop at 5:30, which I don't think we're going to make that, but let's say 5:45, we must do a 10-hour break. So 3:45 is the absolute earliest I can actually start my clock. But we'll just get up at 5 or 4 at 3:30 or 3:45. We'll get our day started at 4 a.m. And roughly about 4:15, we should be able to pull out and get going. All right. Hello, Josh. How you doing? like I said, we had a little bit of a bobble this morning, earlier today. I drove 400 miles from our delivery yesterday up in Hector, Minnesota. We drove about 220 of that this morning here to Davenport, Iowa. That load fell through. We got these 3 other loads. So now we are on our way to Ohio. And hopefully somewhere in Ohio we can get a load down to Atlanta, Monday, so we can stop by my sister's house for a couple days and do what we got to do. But we got a little bit of blue sky now peeking through the clouds. Temperature's gone up a little bit, about 6 degrees from what we started with this morning. We're on US 61 southbound, about mile marker 163. We're near Marquardt, Iowa. And we've done 361.5 miles today. We're in 18th gear, about 1400 RPM, doing 65 miles an hour. Like I said, tomorrow we hopefully, if everything goes nice and smooth, we'll make our 2 deliveries. Hopefully. We're not going to have any kind of load to get until Monday. But tonight, like I said, stop at Iowa 80. Get cleaned up. And take care of a little bit of trash in the truck. A little organization. Burritos again for dinner. Maquoketa. There we go, Maquoketa. Like I said, we'll make some have our 2 burritos. We'll make some garlic bread as well. That'll be our dinner. We'll get ourselves, nice and comfortable for the night. I should spend about 4.5, 5 hours talking with the wife. And I will have a good night when I can do that. Then, of course, in the morning, I will talk to her then as well. We'll see if we can't do a good 8 or 9 hours, talking with her. So that will definitely be nice. Of course, when I do get to my sister's house, 2 or 3 days off, Amazon packages and, specialty foods that I can't get anywhere else. Go to the gun range, do a little bit of practice, a little bit of training. And we will go from there. It's just not that easy to get back all the time. But that's part of being a over-the-road truck driver that's in the truck full time. I'm not out here for fun. I'm out here for work. Building a future for me and my wife, for our future family. So, make that little bit of sacrifice now, and everything else will be okay. And when we do get our own property and our own house, I, of course, will not be going on the road. I will be home every single day because, well, I don't want to be on the road. And 2, she doesn't want me on the road. So we got a kind of a meeting of the minds here. We will make an adjustment. I mean, if I can get a job with a crane company or construction company or an equipment rental place or a local beverage delivery, something of that nature, that I'm local, asphalt company, a truck, a dump truck company, excavators, or at a mine or something, I will do my best to transition to that. That way I'm home every day, which is what I want, what Stephanie wants. So we will do our best. Even if I have to get something that is not in trucking, I will happily do that. But as long as I'm home every day, I'm not going to complain. As long as we have everything we need, we have our future secure, we have a house, we have water, we have food, we have heat. I can build a house, I can make all the furniture, I can make all the pottery and crockery that we need. I can make a lot of the tools myself. I can grow all the food, I can raise all the animals. I can do the vast majority of that with the skills that I already have. So, that's never a problem. But like I said, making sure we actually have money, because I can't take 3 chickens into town and trade that for a haircut. That's just not the way it works. Very few people are willing to do that. AT&T is not going to accept, a side of beef for a year's worth of phone service. Not going to happen. Got a little drive-in theater there. June 24th, July 1st. Open at 6 p.m. That's a little early for this time of year, but you don't get to see too many drive-in theaters around. Over 50 and Fantabulous. Hello, Lynn. How you doing? We were just out in Oregon last week. Went right past Hermiston twice. But we are now in Iowa. And we're heading our way to Ohio. If you want a little bit of the good word, go check out Sister Lynn at Over 50 and Fantabulous. Get a little bit of the good book, read aloud and discussed. So, not a bad thing to do once in a while, or every day, as I like to do. Lordy, okay. 39 miles go. Alright, so I am going to turn on the old satellite radio and put it on the old soul channel. Listen to good old soul music for a little bit. Maybe a little bit of the blues channel, maybe a little heavy metal channel. Definitely some 50s, maybe some big band. We'll jump back and forth a little bit. But that's pretty much the day. Drive, lose a load, get 3 loads, get ourselves all loaded, secured, and on our way. We're going to get down here to Iowa 80, here in Walcott, Iowa. 499 miles to our first stop. 62 miles back to Vandalia after delivering Columbus. So we definitely have the ability to make these 2 deliveries tomorrow, and then we'll see where we go from there. So I want to say thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. Why you want to listen to me rant and rave like I always do, but there you go. But a little bit of the Iowa countryside. From Dubuque, Iowa, heading down here to Davenport and Walcott. So God bless. Y'all have a good night, and we will see y'all later. Thanks for joining me.